Yeah.
All right, now I'll do
Okay.
on the line.
All right, hey Alan, this is I'm gonna ask you some dumb questions, okay? The biggest thing right now, you say when you turn your machine on, it goes to air purge and just stays there. The green circle's just going round and round and round, right?
Right.
Okay. Can you tell if your vacuum pump is actually kicking in? What I want you to do, if you can, if you get the valves and controls, I want you to hit the vacuum pump and tell me if your vacuum pump is turning on.
It does turn on.
Okay. All right. How about the compressor?
The compressor even turns on.
Okay. But you're sure they both come on? They both come on?
Yes.
Okay. If they both come on, you've either got one of two problems. You've either got a PC board that's bad, or you've got a main PCB board that's bad. One of those two things is happening to you.
Right.
Michael, what he's telling me is going on is this. He's saying that he can turn his machine on, it goes to air purge and just stays there.
Yeah, it just stays there, and
I am.
One of two problems.
I am recording right now so that I can share the YouTube link with you guys so you guys can see it, what it's doing.
Yeah.
Like right now we've got PT1. It's been trying to zero the transducer now for about a minute. PT1's at 0.07 and PT2's at negative 11.6. And it'll pretty much just stay right in this area.
Okay, it's at 0.07. PT1. Okay, tell me again, which PT is at 0.07?
PT1.
PT1. Michael, what he's telling me this machine is doing is what I had a machine do. That brass cylinder in PT1, the brass thing with the hole in it?
Yeah.
Was clogged. And with it being clogged, it can never zero that PT.
Okay.
So
that's good. That's good that we can, tackle that part. What I also wanted to tackle that area about the pressure right now. We don't know. We can take care of that too, or we can tackle it.
All of this could be in the same scenario. With that thing being clogged, my machine that I had would get down to like 0.2. It would stay there at 0.2, and I could never get the thing to change. I changed main control board, I changed PT board, I changed everything I could change on it, knowing that would do it. But I ended up having to take that brass cylinder out of that PT, replace it because I didn't have a wire small enough to get that hole to unclog it. And that was the problem. And
I remember you telling me about that.
Yep, and what he's telling me will cause the same thing. Now, if he was anything besides right dead on 1 PSI, I would say something else. But what he's telling me, 0.7, I guarantee you that brass cylinder, that little eye is clogged.
That's on the pressure transducer on the PT1.
It's on PT1. He's got to take the pressure transducer out, reach down there, pull that brass cylinder out, replace that brass cylinder, put it back in, and then calibrate it, and I guarantee it'll work.
Okay.
That's what he's got. He's got that cylinder is clogged, is what he's got.
Now, in this case of everything, is either send him another cylinder or him trying to find and unclog it?
Yeah, all it is that brass cylinder that goes in there.
No, I understand. I was trying to say, let's just say, for example, he cannot, he doesn't find something thin enough to clean it out and everything. I just want to know about what part number would I send him.
Oh, Lord,
and that's part of the pressure transducer, right? that part number right now. Give me one moment, all right?
Yep.
Okay, okay, but that, what you're telling me is I had the same scenario on the machine doing like you're doing, and that inside that transducer is a brass cylinder with a tiny little hole right dead in the center of it. You can hold it up to the light and see through it. I guarantee you can't see through yours, and that's why you can never get that blast pressure droppage out of there to get rid of it so you can calibrate it. And,
Right. And that makes sense to me because, like I said, we had a sealer issue. Of course, sealer fucks everything up. Right. I'm running the pressure transducer diagnostic right now. Can you send me an email so I can send you the link for the YouTube video on this? Alan Terwilliger at hotmail.com. ALLANTERWILLIGER. Hotmail. See here, it just failed the pressure transducer diagnostics on Atmosphere 1. PT1's got 2.9, PT2's got 2.9 in it.
Okay, see if that comes through to you. Okay, now you say that it failed the PT test?
At Atmospheric 1. Had 2.9 on both PT1 and PT2. So now I'm doing the pressure transducers zeroing.
Okay.
You see, I come to that screen for the reset mechanical gauges to 0. And right now I'm at like negative 22 on the low, probably about the same on the high. I've been being told to just green arrow past that.
Well, yeah, the only thing that does is what you're supposed to do when you get to that screen, you're supposed to break loose the low side manifold hose going up under the bottom of the machine, and when you crack it loose, it should go to 0. If it doesn't go to 0, you're supposed to take a small pocket screwdriver, remove that plastic plug out of the face lens of the gauge, make it read 0 without the hose on it.
Right.
Is all you're supposed to do. But, you know, realistically, that should be, we should be able to calibrate around that even without doing it unless it's really way off. You have a 9/16 wrench?
I do.
You got a 9/16 wrench, just break the low side blue hose, the low side manifold hose, up underneath the bottom, going up into the machine, break it loose right there and see if that gauge goes to dead 0.
Right. I've already moved past that, trying to shoot this quick little video for you guys.
Oh, all right. Okay. I got the part number, guys, for it too. Hold on. Okay.
I guess it's called a sensor cap, MD5000 sensor cap.
I ain't got a clue what they call it. It's just a brass cylinder to me. know, it's now here again. Now he's going to have to replace transducers. You know, you're going to have to pull the transducers out of that thing. So you might be able to get those things out of there without, yeah, you can unscrew that thing without cutting no, it's not coffee, it's the, so, what's it called, the clear silicone, yeah. The clear silicone that you put on top of the transducer when you he can unscrew it, he can cut the little tie strap on the side of it, unplug it from the PT board, and then unscrew it without cutting that silicone so he can reuse it, is what I'm saying. Then he's going to have to pull that cylinder out of there, put the new one in it, and then screw it back down. Or he's going to have to replace the transducer realistically.
Sounds like a lot of fun either way.
Well, it's really not that hard once you got the machine apart, but you got to tear the machine all to pieces to get to it. You got to take that top cover and everything off of it, lay it down. But but I just feel dead sure that's the one that it is. That's what he's running into, because I had the same exact problem with the machine, and I thought it was PT board, I thought it was main board, and it came down. I could never get below that point such and such on that PT1, and as soon as I changed that daggone brass cylinder, it worked like $1 million. So, and I had to take it out of my machine to do it. But it's, you calibrate the transducers. When they go to calibrate, what will they do?
Well, I think remember when we did try to calibrate the pressure transducers, they did calibrate and we went through the whole thing. But what happened is that, you know, when you finish it and it takes us back to pressure transducers diagnostic screen, then it takes you right back to the balance controls. I told them to go ahead and have Alan go ahead and, you know, open up the valves and check what it is. And they were going down to 16. And then when we went ahead and pushed back left arrow, you know, we'll move everything. But it failed, it wouldn't. Yeah, it just keep going first and stay there.
And this might be one of the rare times right now that the pressure transducers actually zero themselves back out and the machine will actually start the rest of the way up. Maybe. I'm not that far yet. I'm doing the pressure transducer diagnostic again, and right now I'm on atmospheric 2, and it seems to be working fine so far. That's why I'm recording it this time, so you guys can watch the video.
Well, I'm going to tell you, that diagnostic that you're going through right now, I don't never do that crap. It's just a waste of time. He's calibrating the pressure transducers the other way.
It just failed on the diagnostic on atmosphere 2.
Yeah, let's do this. I want to try it just one time. I just want to try to calibrate it, and then, because I think I know what your problem is. It's that brass fitting.
And
you replace that cylinder, your problem don't go away.
I'm recording right now as well where that low side goes up. Because it'll go up to about 10 pounds of pressure. I'm recording right now where that low side goes up. It goes up to about 10 pounds of pressure.
Yeah,
See, that was the thing. Yeah, that was the thing. That was the thing that I wanted to tackle out. That why is the pressure going back up? And if the pressure's going up in any type of way at this point, it will have to be the charge or the purge.
Well, that or here again, everything that he's told me leads into the brass fitting. That's what it is. what I want to do, I want to try to calibrate the transducers one time. Then we're going to see if the machine will boot up on its own. If it will, fine. If it won't, that brass fitting, that the bushing has got to be replaced on that side. So let's do this. I want you to turn your machine off and turn it back on and hit the green pause button when that screen comes